In this video, I'll show you the 15 best anti-inflammatory foods on the planet. When people think of inflammation, they often picture the obvious. A bright red swollen toe after they've stubbed it, for instance, or a painful lump after a bee sting. And while these are all a case of inflammation, it actually goes a lot deeper than that. Inflammation affects almost every area of our body, internally and externally, and can cause a number of unpleasant symptoms. So, what exactly is inflammation? Well, simply put, it's our body's response to injury or infection, sort of a way of telling us that something isn't right, while trying to heal the issue as fast as possible. While inflammation is a good thing, as it's a sign that our bodies are on the mend, the symptoms can be nasty to deal with. Pain, swelling, sickness, fever, chills, fatigue, headaches, and loss of appetite are all symptoms of inflammation. Inflammation can also be chronic, which is when the inflammatory response occurs when it's not needed. This can lead to heart disease, stroke, or autoimmune disorders. Luckily, there are ways that we can naturally get rid of inflammation quickly, and one of the best methods of doing so is through diet. All of the foods we eat can either be categorized as neutral, meaning they don't assist in getting rid of inflammation, or anti-inflammatory, meaning they help fight the symptoms of inflammation from the inside out. Some of the best anti-inflammatory foods include the following. Number 1. Olive oil. One of the key health benefits of extra virgin olive oil is that it can reduce inflammation. It contains a natural compound called oleocanthal, which has been shown to work similarly to ibuprofen, often used as a short-term anti-inflammatory drug. Now, most of us cook with oil anyway, and olive oil is generally considered the healthier alternative to oils such as vegetable and sunflower. Try roasting your vegetables in olive oil, drizzling it onto a salad, or using it in marinades for meat dishes. Number 2. Tomatoes. Never underestimate the nutritional power of the humble tomato. Tomatoes contain a high vitamin C content, as well as potassium, and a lesser-known compound called lycopene. Lycopene is thought to exhibit anti-inflammatory activity by causing a programmed death in certain inflamed immune cells. Whether you're eating them raw or cooked, tomatoes offer a broad range of nutritional benefits. Try adding them to salads, pasta bakes, or curry dishes, or stuff them and bake them in the oven for something a little different. Number 3. Green leafy veg. When it comes to anti-inflammation, you can't go wrong with the green stuff. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, rocket, beet greens, and collard greens all contain impressive concentrations of vitamins and other nutrients, which have been found to reduce chronic inflammation. Spinach and kale are finding their way into all sorts of recipes nowadays. There's nothing you can't do with them, whether you want to blend them into a smoothie, serve them on the side of a curry, or even toss them into your salads. Number 4. Salmon. Salmon is another great anti-inflammatory food. Thanks to its high content of essential omega-3 fatty acid alpha-linolenic acid, you can be sure to benefit from heart, skin, and brain health. Omega-3s are particularly essential for anti-inflammation and have even been found to reduce the need for anti-inflammatory medications. If you're a big salmon fan, you probably already have your favorite ways of cooking it. The best way forward is to marinate it in a sauce. Honey garlic or lemon butter are particularly nice. Or mix things up and add it to your breakfast hash. Number 5. Almonds. Now, most nuts have anti-inflammatory properties, but almonds are particularly impressive. Almonds are bursting with polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats, which are good for you, but contain very little unhealthy saturated fat. Almonds are also a great source of vitamin E, which may protect the body from the effects of cell-damaging free radicals and reduce inflammation. Almonds are ideal for an on-the-go snack, and they taste great as they are, so there's no need to add to them unless you want to. If you've got more time on your hands, almonds make a good curry addition or nutty topping for salads, soups, and breakfast dishes. Number 6. Strawberries. Strawberries contain something called anthocyanin, along with other phytochemicals, which are responsible for the fruit's anti-inflammatory and antioxidant health benefits. Strawberries are also a fantastic source of folic acid, which has been proven to have a beneficial effect in reducing inflammation in pregnancy. Now, strawberries are fun to eat on their own, but they're even better as a topping for muesli, yogurt, or cereal dishes. Try whipping up a strawberry and yogurt smoothie or baking into a cobbler for guaranteed deliciousness. Number 7. Turmeric. Now, a number of recent studies have highlighted the impressive anti-inflammatory properties of curcumin, an ingredient found in turmeric. Curcumin modifies the immune system responses to prevent inflammation, and it's been proven effective at preventing and reducing joint inflammation. Now, there's so much more that you can do with turmeric than people think. It works well as a rub for grilling meats, or it can be used in curries or soups to add a distinctive Indian flavor. Turmeric tea is also very popular and very easy to make. Number 8. Beans. Dry beans, such as kidney beans, pinto beans, and black beans, are an excellent anti-inflammatory source of plant protein, minerals, B-complex vitamins, and vitamin K. Try to go for raw beans rather than tinned. They're far more nutritious. There are so many different bean combinations out there, there's no need to limit yourself to baked beans on toast. Beans are high in fiber and protein, making them a great meat alternative to add to your bakes, pastas, salads, curries, and Mexican dishes. Number 9. Whole grains. Oatmeal, brown rice, whole wheat bread, and other unrefined grains are higher in fiber, which is known for being linked to anti-inflammation. One study found that consumption of whole grains decreased the number of inflammatory markers in participants. Now, it's easy to incorporate whole grains into your diet. Just switch them up for your usual white alternatives. Pasta, rice, bread, and noodles can all be bought whole grain, and in most cases, it's very unlikely that you'll even taste the difference. Number 10. Ginger. Found inside ginger is a bioactive compound called gingerol, which is responsible for much of its medicinal properties. It's been shown to have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antitumoral, anti-diabetic, and anti-obesity effects. With ginger being such a tiny ingredient, it can often be a struggle to decide how to cook with it. And that's why most people choose to get their ginger intake by adding it to boiling water for a simple ginger tea. But if you're feeling more inventive, add it to your porridge, stir-fries, and meat dishes. Number 11. Garlic. Garlic contains something called diol disulfide, an anti-inflammatory compound that limits the effects of cytokines that lead to inflammation in the body. Garlic is a great anti-inflammatory food for people looking to reduce the pain and discomfort of arthritis. And when it comes to garlic, some people love it so much that they include it in every single savory recipe they attempt. And that's fine. Garlic is delicious, and the more, the better. If you're after ideas, try roasting it and adding it to meat dishes, or frying it to include with pasta and other oven bakes. Number 12. Avocado. Avocados are very similar nutritionally to nuts, which we've already mentioned for their anti-inflammatory properties. Avocados are a great source of healthy, monounsaturated fat and antioxidants, which can lessen your body's inflammatory response. The avocado on toast craze still hasn't quite died down. And actually, it's a great way to ensure you're starting your day at your anti-inflammatory best. You can also blend avocado to make dips, salad dressings, and pasta sauces. Number 13. Blueberries. Berries, especially blueberries, are packed full of vitamins and antioxidants called flavonoids that can help fight inflammation in the body. Blueberries also contain chemicals that help regulate your immune system, which can reduce chronic inflammation. Blueberries are often included in healthy breakfast and dessert recipes, giving you the opportunity to stay anti-inflammatory even when you're not eating your main meals. Search online for healthy blueberry muffins, pancakes, oat bars, and smoothies, and you'll be inundated with cooking options. Number 14. Chia seeds. Now, chia seeds might only be small, but their health benefits are more than mighty. The tiny seeds support heart and brain health and contain a high quantity of omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, and protein. Now, it can be difficult to know what to do with a little seed like chia, but don't overthink it. Chia seeds offer a delicious nutty flavor that makes them great for sprinkling on top of porridge, salads, stir-fries, and yogurt. You can also add chia seeds to your overnight oats or use them as a vegan substitute for egg. Number 15. Green tea. Now, green tea is an incredible source of polyphenols, which have strong anti-inflammatory properties. In particular, green tea contains a good helping of epogallocatecin 3-gallate, a type of polyphenol with the most powerful antioxidant effects. Now, you don't need me to tell you how to make green tea, do you? Simply switch green tea for your regular tea bags and enjoy. Now, some people aren't the biggest fans of the green tea flavor, but you can always add a dash of cinnamon or honey if that's for you. It's also worth noting which foods are best avoided. Just as there are a number of foods that fight inflammation, there are a fair few that can make inflammation worse. Generally, if you're aiming for an anti-inflammatory diet, you should avoid or reduce your intake of highly processed, high salt, or high sugar foods like pastries, cakes, pies, chocolate, and crackers. Watch out for processed red meats, which tend to contain a lot of saturated fat, as well as fizzy drinks, gluten-containing foods, butter, whole milk, and cheese. To conclude, there are currently no prescription drugs that specifically treat chronic inflammation, which is why a healthy diet and lifestyle are so important if you want to live an inflammation-free life. Now, you've learned by now that food plays a key role in fighting or aiding inflammation, and it's your job to make sure you're taking in the right nutrients to help your body to heal. You don't have to resort to frequent visits to the doctor and short-term medications if you're suffering from chronic inflammation or an autoimmune disease. If you want to avoid disease and prevent your inflammation from getting worse, try slowly adapting your diet to include a higher level of anti-inflammatory foods. The great thing about this is that many anti-inflammatory foods are naturally delicious and nutritious anyway, so it won't feel like you're actually dieting as such. Ultimately, an anti-inflammatory diet can help to improve your quality of life and drastically lower your risk of disease. Even if you're not suffering from chronic inflammation, you can still benefit from the incredible health properties of the foods mentioned in this video. If you want to experience optimal health and well-being, an anti-inflammatory diet is the best way forward. I hope you've enjoyed this video on the 15 best anti-inflammatory foods on the planet. If you have, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And don't forget to give this video the thumbs up. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy this next video on the top 10 healthiest foods. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.